I had a question now. I just thought about it. Dear advocates, basically. Let me say that. Dear advocates, if you have a car, a vehicle, be it a vehicle you love, be it a vehicle you just acquired, be it a vehicle you just it's your get around car, whatever the case may be, but you have a vehicle. The vehicle's check engine light comes on. There's a certain steps and certain things you do once you see that check engine light come on. Me personally, let me speak for myself, because you know everybody from different backgrounds. You might know something about cars, and I don't. So me myself, I have no automotive experience, zero. So when my check engine light comes on, the first thing I become is aware. I'm aware that something is wrong with my car. The first step of this is awareness. I'm also aware that I know nothing about fixing a car. So the next step in what I do is I bring that car to an automotive specialist, to a repairman, to somebody who knows something about cars. And not just something, me personally, I want somebody that I trust, believe, and knows about cars. Not kinda knows, not a little bit knows, but knows about cars. That's the person I come to. So when I bring the car to that person with the check engine light is, through my experience, what they do next is they run a diagnostic check on that car. Why do they run a diagnostic check on that car? Because although that is a vehicle, it's one automobile that we're talking about, there are different things and components in that car that all need specialized knowledge. They're not the same. The engine is not the same as the muffler. The muffler's not the same as the radiator. The radiator's not the same as the mechanical system. There's so many different dynamics to a vehicle, especially the newer vehicles. There are so many different pieces. So you run a diagnostic check to see what issue, what problem with that vehicle am I looking at. Why? If I, as the mechanic, just went in that vehicle, I know something's wrong with it. Mind you, that check engine light went off. I'm aware something is wrong with that vehicle. We know that. But now if I just go into that hood, lift my hood up, and I go in that hood with the mind frame is of I'm just gonna go fix something in there. And if I fix that thing, everything else is gonna be fixed and that car is gonna be okay. Huh? Where's that done at? Okay, no. The diagnostic tells you what exactly is the problem with that car, so I can now, as the mechanic, go in and fix that problem. Because the same things, the same issues with the radiator are not going to be the same issues with the engine. They require different skill sets. They require a different tending to, whatever you want to call it. They're different. They are different. So knowing this, I need that specialist, okay? And I say that to say this. You think of that car as the overall umbrella human sex trafficking issue. Think of that car as the umbrella. That check engine light is the awareness. Awareness that we've gotten awareness so pushed down our throat for that I know of at least 4 years. It's just been awareness, 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 awareness. Check engine light. There's something wrong with that car. Okay? Now, advocates, now, people that want to help, if you're not a mechanic, if your specialty is not vehicles, automotive technician, then you need to go get you an expert. You need to get you somebody, take that vehicle, take that human sex trafficking issue to somebody who knows what they're doing. Take that to the mechanic who has either lived experience or has had training, extreme training. Because even I know people that have taken automotive and they don't know what they're doing. Not every auto mechanic is the same either. You can't just assume because he's been working on cars in his backyard for a few months or a few years, they know what they're doing. You need to get somebody that really knows the issue. And even in the same, if using this car analogy, I've taken my car, the transmission was gone. And I've taken my car to just a regular mechanic or any kind of mechanic multiple times. And that mechanic tells you, I don't do transmissions. I don't know that area of the car, of human sex trafficking. I don't know that. I'm not a specialist with transmission. You need to take your car here. You need to take your car to Joe Blow's transmission repair, because he knows transmissions. She knows transmissions. That's who you take your car for that issue. Because even that mechanic's wise enough to know where his or her expertise lies. And they're not even going to attempt to mess with your car. They don't have the right tools. They don't have the right knowledge and experience to deal with that issue. Okay, so there are different levels with this. To get that car fixed and running its full 200,000 miles, 400,000 miles, we want that car to last as long as it can before it's done. So we need to repair it properly, and that requires the proper person looking into the job. Okay, my expertise as a human sex trafficking survivor advocate, as a lived experience expert, my specialty is not foreign foreign human sex trafficking. My expertise is not even sex trafficking going on here, kidnapping kids and forcing people into this life, this enslavement. I don't know that. Okay, in the same way you can't diagnose every issue. Okay, I know about this engine over here. You may need to know about this engine over here, but the point of the matter is you cannot address every issue as the same, and the same solution does not fit every single ailment. The same solution cannot be used once that check engine light goes off. Think about it. But so far we're using the same solution for everything wrong with that vehicle. Come on now. It can't just make sense to me. Think about it. What you need is a lived experience expert. I don't care how many degrees this person got, how many letters in front of their name, PhD this, MD that. I don't care how many. You wouldn't take your car to a doctor, would you? You wouldn't take your car to a PhD. Why? His PhD, her PhD does not dictate the fact that they know how to handle your vehicle. Matter of fact, you don't even need to go to school or have a doctorate or have a degree of any sort to deal with cars. You can have lived experience. You could have been raised around mechanics. You could have been working on cars your whole life. But your knowledge is there because you've done it and you do it. Okay, so it doesn't matter, pastor this, minister that. You may not be the one to deal with the issue because of your clout and your title. Titles don't make you the mechanic. Okay, so now, the question is, so what is my role then? I'm a sex trafficking survivor advocate. What is my role? What can I do, Armand? You just pointed out that I might not be the right one to fix that problem, but I want to help. My heart is good. What do I do? What you do is, let's back to that mechanic. That mechanic now wants to help save as many cars and vehicles as he can or she can. The person with the lived experience may not be the one to own the automotive shop. They're a partner in it. They might not know the administration side to make a successful business, because ultimately we want to succeed at the mission we're on. That person's job may not be to customer service. They might not know how to deal with the people like that. That bringing the cars in. That's counseling. They might not know how to manage the books of the business. They know cars. That's the business partner. They might not have the startup capital to get their automotive shop off the ground. They may not have that. That's where philanthropists, foundations, you guys come in there. Because we all have the ultimate goal of trying to save as many cars, as many vehicles, as many lives as possible. Understanding your role. I can't beat that down your mind enough. Self-awareness. Understand your role. We all have the same mission, and none of these jobs are more or less important than the other. It's the collaboration, the combination of forces. But please believe, as much money as you may have, as much heart as you may have, as much love and awareness as you may have, if you do not have that lived experience expert on your team, you can't fix anything. You'll have a nice shop with a beautiful lobby and lives and cars that keep coming in with half-ass repairs and coming right back to you for more. Or not at all, or just being somewhere desolate, broke down on the street because you did not know what you were doing and you did not adequately hire and take care of your mechanic. Man. Okay? Your role, find out what it is, run that role, build that team so we can be successful.